Hello there. My name is Flavia, and I'm from UNET. I'm actually European Solidarity Corps volunteer. And today I will be leading this interview with Flavia. Uh, as part of the European Erasmus Days, we're speaking with Flavia because she has recently been Erasmus Plus volunteer, and she has an exciting stories to tell us about her experience. So, hello, Flavia.
Hi, I'm Flavia, and as Radoslav told, I was experiencing the volunteering in Colombia this year, um, and my volunteering was 3 months. But as we know, uh, I passed the experience also of a lockdown in Colombia, but it was an amazing experience and really important, one of the most important experience in my life. And what should I tell?
Well,
Ask me, you can ask
it's
me, Radoslav.
it sounds very exciting. If you want, we can start with a little bit of information about you. You can share where are you from, what do you do, like area of work or study, maybe some general interests.
Yes, I'm Flavia, and I'm from Arezzo, which is a small city in Tuscany,
Oh,
like 1 hour near Florence. And I'm a social worker. I've been working for an NGO, and then I've been working as a social worker with the refugees and migrants. So I decided to do this experience to be on the other side, to emigrate, and it was really amazing for me. And now I will not be just social worker, but I will be a social health worker with a course here in Italy. So I will add to my CV also the health part. So
uh,
I will be as nurse assistant.
that's very interesting. You have a diverse background. I'm sure also the volunteering added a little bit of new experiences for you. And maybe first we should speak. How did you discover about the possibility to become a volunteer?
Okay, first I had some K Action One exchange, youth exchange. I traveled in Denmark. I traveled in North Macedonia. Always on the topic of social work and minority community of minority. And so then I think I cannot really remember, but I think I discovered on Facebook and on social media. And also I knew UNET, it's working really in a good way. So it just came out.
Thank you. So you find the information on social media. And what drove you to actually apply for this internship? What was your motivation to try volunteering?
Uh, First of all, I wanted to live in a big town. Like, um, I never lived in a metropole, we can say, I think in English. And so I wanted to challenge myself with a big city. And I think I faced up in a good way. I was doubting if I was able to live in a big city or not. And now I can say I can live. And actually, when I will finish my course, I will go in a bigger city to live. So it changed my view about this.
All right.
And second, I just applied just for Colombia. I didn't apply for Thailand or India because I liked the chance to learn a new language, Spanish,
Okay.
because I knew it would have been impossible to learn Thailandese or Indian in 3 months. So this would be
Yes.
the reason. And
Uh,
I wanted also to do a new experience about volunteering abroad. I volunteered here in my city, but never abroad, so it was the right chance.
so it was both a chance for you to explore, see how it feels like to be in a new city, in a new culture, also learn a language. That's very
Yes.
nice. Um, can you briefly describe without too much detail the project and how did the topic of the project resonate with you?
About the project was in the National University in Bogota, and I was in an office that it was for international mobility, so student exchanges, so people that came in Colombia and people that will go out from Colombia, and it was really a beautiful place because it's I never seen a campus like this, if I have to be honest, and it was really, you could feel culture, you could feel like the university Colombian life for real, and also it's a public structure, so I like also about this aspect.
Sounds really amazing to me as well. Before departing, did you know about a lot about Colombia? Did you want to
No.
beforehand, or
No, just stereotypes. I knew.
well, so it was like more of an adventure, see what life will bring you.
Yes, yes. It was
Uh,
like I was in another continent, and I was like this kind of unconsciousness about Colombia. So I was able also to learn their things. Like I give you an example, Luisa, the other girl that was with me, she's half Colombian in her heart,
uh,
and she knew lots of stuff. So, but for me, everything was new, and I was surprised and amazed.
Sounds like an adventure to me. I wanted to ask you, before you depart on this journey, what were your expectations? What did you want to do, to learn, and to experience?
Um, I wanted, yes, I told you a little bit before. First, a new language. Um, then my expectation were about traveling more because I wasn't able to move from Bogota. So I had planned to see the indigenous places, but then this with lockdown was not possible. But
Yeah,
for sure, I will come back. Like now, it's a second house.
so it sounds lovely. I really wish you can return, because I know how emotional it feels to return to a place where you've been on a Erasmus project. So I really hope you can do that in the near distant future.
Yeah, and also I didn't expect to find a kind of new family because I was in a initially we were supposed to be in an apartment with the other six guys of the project, but then it turned out that we went, each of us went in a different family, and for me it was I was really worried about this because I live alone from 7 years, and I didn't know if I was able to live in a family, but it was really good, really. I appreciate also this a lot. So I have a Colombian family now.
Oh, that's so cool. Uh, and speaking about this, I was also wondering, this relocation was first in your lifetime, probably, to go so far from home. Uh, and I was thinking, did you have any concerns before you go? Any worries or fears?
Yes, of course. The fear not. to be able to move in a big city, and then the fear of being robbed, and because we see Colombia is more dangerous of Italy, of course, but this fear, unconscious fear about stereotypes and about, because I look really European also, so I'm conscious about this. So to be visible and to have some problems in this kind of way, but this didn't happen. So yes, I had more this fear, and not to be in a good family. And
So it was more like if you can adapt to the new environment and if the environment will be safe enough for you. And what
yes,
about
yes.
the more logistical stuff? Like you mentioned, you were a bit worried in the beginning about accommodation, but also the financial security, this being a project, and the travel, the social life. Did you have any worries about this or no?
No, no. Maybe the only worry about this, it was um, um, because the only thing I could say before departuring in Spanish was thank you, gracias. And then my only thing I was worrying about, it was about the language, like that I was not able to join a level to talk. But then it was really easy. Italian and Spanish are really close language, so it was really easy.
All right, it sounds
Did you learn Italian?
I started learning, yes, and I'm much more comfortable in some basic social situations, reading stuff, getting directions, but I still don't feel very comfortable
Of
speaking.
course, it's really different from your language.
Yeah, but it's been a nice journey. I'm happy to have a very nice teacher. So it was very good for me as well. And this is one of the reasons I really enjoy my Erasmus experience as well. Um, and like you mentioned those worries, but did they come to fruition when you arrived in Colombia, or they were just basically some stereotypes or misconceptions?
Both. Like they didn't actually. They did it. It happened nothing. That it was in my fears, uh, but you have to pay a little bit of attention, and you, like, sometimes you can have a feeling like, but it's just 1 second and then it get out.
All right. So basically, you can say that those fears weren't that justified yet. You need to be cautious, of course, but they didn't ruin your experience.
No, no, no.
So
It was
that's
beautiful.
the important thing.
No,
Because
no, no.
I was just asking this because I know that many people who are going abroad for the first time or need to, especially the younger ones who are just finishing university or something, and they don't have that much experience living abroad, living alone, etc. That this uncertainty about if they're gonna manage and how it would be can actually scare them of this opportunity. And what's been my experience as well as you were saying is actually things are turning out okay and everything is good, well arranged, you have support, and yeah.
Yes, I understand, but I was 30, so like these kind of things maybe could happen to me 10 years ago, Like, I traveled in many places in the world, so like I understand your point. I understand.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your thoughts on this. uh, can you describe a little bit your first days in Colombia? How did you feel in this new culture, new place?
Um, okay, I felt good because of the weather, because it was always 20. What I remember, but I remember this. explosion of colors. Colombia is really colored. Like everywhere I was going, I was walking. I took picture about flowers, about nature that it's different from here. And then what I remember about the first days, yes, we did beautiful trip in the higher part of Bogota. That there is a sanctuary, and I remember this feeling of feeling free and in a new place, and I was enthusiastic about everything. And enthusiasm, I would say. This I remember about the first days.
Yeah, sounds definitely very invigorating. I'm sure that South America has a lot of to offer, and I'm very happy for you that you managed to enjoy it in such a vivid way. Um, Speaking about this, uh, we can direct the conversation towards your project, and maybe
Hmm.
you can share some information. What did you actually do, uh, and how did it match up to your expectations of what you would be doing as a volunteer?
Yes, the thing we started the project after 10 days. We came and we, like, I mean, in the physical statement, like we went there until 21 of March
Yeah.
because then there was lockdown. So I worked like not so much. I mean, in the University of Bogota, I continued by working online with the translation of the site, and with some Excel papers like this. But I cannot tell you that I have done so much, with like I did things online mostly. So I
Yes.
was just adapting to the thing, and then there was this lockdown. So
Yes, I can also relate, and this is something we all have to get accustomed in all those special times, challenging times. So yeah, thank you for sharing. Anyways, um, about the experience, what was the hardest aspect of your volunteering journey? And even though the duration was of 3 months, were there any
yeah,
times you felt lonely or maybe overwhelmed? Uh,
yeah, of course. There is always this up down, up down. Like I missed sometimes, but I think after 1 month, like a little bit the food and a little bit my family. But then it passed. This I think, and yes, I think the hardest time was um, the beginning of the lockdown.
yes, it was very uncertain and scary not knowing what is happening, and for you also.
Yes, because every time they would say 2 weeks more and then it's finished. And then this was a little bit stressful. But I think everywhere it was like this. So
Yes,
it
and
was more for the lockdown than for the volunteering project.
I feel the same way. And you also have family here in Italy. Probably we were also worried. So yeah, I can imagine it's been challenging. But this, did you learn anything from this experience of being
Yeah, of course.
away from your family, missing the Italian food?
Again, please, can you ask me
Well,
again?
it was like those challenges that you faced, those moments you were feeling down. Did they help you learn something, serve any purpose for you to help you proof changed the way you see life in a way or something?
Mm, yes, of course, it has changed me. Um, okay, I don't have any problem to stay in a house. Like, for me, it's not problematic. But what should I say? It taught me that I can manage this. I can manage my feelings. I can manage my emotions, and I could live out abroad, really, even if I'm 10,000 kilometers away from my country. For me, it's not a problem. Like, it confirmed what I knew before.
All right. Sounds like a valuable experience to for you, and um, thank you for sharing again.
I
Uh,
would advise to everyone to do that, to do EVS.
yes, for me it was quite similar because all this time you had opportunity to first reassess everything in your life, but then have an opportunity to deal with all those moments of feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and you're building a resilience which can help you later in life. So it's important for people, for us as people, to step outside of our comfort zone. So yeah,
Yes.
comfort.
Did you do you live alone? So you did the lockdown alone or not?
I am living. I'm happy to live with a group of other volunteers, so it wasn't as isolated. But yeah,
Okay.
this can sometimes bring other
Dynamics, of
issues,
course.
dynamics. Yeah, but it was a good time. I'm very happy to have experienced this as well, like you said. Um,
So you didn't kill anyone
no,
in the lockdown. I'm joking.
no.
No.
But maybe it was because police was coming to our neighborhood every day for some issues, so I was a bit afraid not to do anything that can get me in trouble. But looking back, what was like your favorite moments of your volunteering, your stay in Colombia?
Mm,
And
okay. The times I went to the university are one of the best moments for sure. Um, the time I get out, just also to parks or into central part, and like I and also the time with my family, I would say, are the best moments.
so probably this is also the things you missed, uh, this feeling of exploration and spending time with your Colombian family.
Yes. I used to call my Colombian uh, mom. I still call her mom because she's like a mom.
Can you share some examples of what you did together? What did you enjoy doing together?
We cooked lots of cakes,
Oh,
and
sweet.
yes, she cooked me lots of amazing food, amazing and healthy food. I lost 7 kilos in 3 months because yes, it was because she was cooking really in a healthy way. What else? We played cards. We played table games, like a family, really. We went out with car. It was really enjoyable. Really, she's really a nice person.
Well, it really sounds amazing, very cozy, and like you say, you feel like at home with your new family. And did you manage to cook them some Italian cuisine?
Yes, I cooked once pasta, and we Italian cuisine. I'm not a cooker, if I have to tell you the truth, But yes, once I cooked pasta,
right?
but I prefer the Colombian food.
You prefer the Colombian food? Wow, that's
No, in that case, because when you go abroad and you cook your food, it's not the same as when you cook in your country. You know what I mean? No? The
yeah.
ingredients. Oh, I cooked pizza with a
Oh,
friend.
very cool. Did
We
they
made a
enjoy
party.
European food?
No, 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 just pizza. Me and the other girl, we met with the Colombian friends and we cooked pizza for them.
I was asking, did they enjoy it? Like,
Yes, they told it was the best pizza ever.
that's cool. Sharing a piece of home in your new home. Very
Yes.
nice. Very nice. Uh, like now you've returned here in Italy, and I wanted to ask you to think about it. What would you have liked to know before you leave for Colombia?
In which way? I didn't get it.
Um, Now, before your departure,
Yes.
what are the things you wish you knew back then that
Hmm.
you learned during the experience and now? Uh,
Mm, so before departuring, you mean?
mm,
Like as I told you, a new language, and I think I achieved. Now I can read and listen, answer. Like my grammar, it's not perfect, but I can almost talk about everything. And I met new friends, and they were really nice with me. And also, they sent to me something now because the other Italian girl will bring me these things they send me. And what else? So yes, my before departuring, I was wondering and I was hoping to meet people. Okay, this would be strong to say, but like me, because I always welcome for foreign people in my city. It was my work, and so I hope to find someone like me to welcome me there. And this happened in many ways.
that's lovely. Yeah, sounds great to me as well. Really happy for you. Um, And would you say that you brought something home from this journey, or did the volunteering change you in any ways you can tell?
Yes, because I before departuring, I had problem with work. Like the government cut us the fund for refugees situation. So I was asking myself what to do or what not to do, and I took this chance. And also, when I came back, my future was more clear. Like I knew I wanted to keeping on working in a social field, but I knew I wanted to add something more. So to come back to to do a course and to make my profession more, so I will not have any problem to lose my job anymore, like for a government law, because if I will be health assistant, it's impossible. Governments can change, but health always will be available as a job. So I needed a stop to just think my future.
Yeah, it was same experience for me, so that's why I can relate and truly understand. And I'm sure that this experience will help you not only figure out what to do, but the experience gained will be uh, beneficial to your future projects. So that is
Yes.
nice. Very cool. Um, what else? now you've experienced this, you've traveled, did the work. Would you recommend young people give volunteering a try? And
Of course.
uh, and yes, of course, is the easy part. But what are the reasons why they should consider it? What your top reasons for them to try volunteering?
For personal growth and for wait in English, for trusting themselves.
Right, self
And
confidence in a way.
yes, for confidence, I could. It was in Spanish in my head. And to learn a new language, to put down stereotypes, to uh, go in another community, to get out from the comfort zone for many reasons that you cannot really live until you are there. So because I always been with international people here, but it's not the same when you are abroad, of course. And so the things I always say, I would repress the replay button about this experience.
Yes, from what you're telling me, it seems not only like a useful job, but also a lot of fun exploring and meeting all those amazing people. So yeah, I would also join your recommendation. People just do it. There are plenty of opportunities. Go and explore, and this will be a great reason for you to learn and improve. Um, and if you have any specific advice to future participants to the Erasmus Plus program, what would it be?
Mm, okay, it would be to try not to be scared, of course, and to be open because and not complain. In which way? um, I know sometimes it's hard to struggle with the new habits and the new things and you feel overwhelmed, but just think that it is going to pass, maybe the day after, maybe in 1 week, but just not to complain like about the food, because there are lots of amazing things in every culture, really. So just to enjoy as much as they can.
Thank you very much for your time. It was a real pleasure to learn about your journey, and thank you for sharing all those experiences. Uh, do you have any plans now, now that you've returned? What does the future holds to you? Can you share? Yeah.
um, right now my life will be here for this self course for 1 year. I won just last week this course. And then I don't know, maybe I will, when I will finish this course, I would like to live abroad for another time. I think it will be England because this kind of job it's really required in England, but we will see. I still don't know.
Yes, and this is the exciting parts of life, figuring out what's next for you. But
Yes, I will keep on traveling for sure.
uh, I wish you good luck with the course, and I'm sure that you have plenty of satisfying years of uh, service work in the future. Thank you very much for speaking with us today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much to you, Radoslav, and have a good journey back.
Thank you.